And good evening and welcome to this week's Maternity and Midwifery Hour. This is week 10 of the series 4 of the Maternity and Midwifery Hour. My name's Sue Macdonald and it's my pleasure to welcome you as the chair for this evening's session. I'm the curator for the Maternity and Midwifery Hour and the Maternity and Midwifery Festivals, but this is the hour, not the festival. So we have 1 hour and it always flies by so quickly. So I hope you're going to enjoy it and learn a lot from this hour. I'm delighted that we're welcoming this evening. We have Maeve O'Connell, Dr. Maeve O'Connell, and we have Rachael McGrath with us this evening. So welcome, Maeve and Rachael. And as always, we make our presenters come up with a little moment of the week just to show we're live and they're here. So could I ask perhaps Maeve for her moment of the week first?
Thanks, Sue. I'm delighted to be here. Thanks for inviting me to speak tonight. My moment of the week is this Monday. I just submitted my final edits on a Cochrane review on interventions for fear of childbirth and tocophobia. So I'm really delighted. It's hopefully going to be published in July.
That's brilliant. Well done, Maeve. And I have to say for the audience, if you don't know about Cochrane reviews, this is a really big deal. And this is quite a big moment, I think, a sort of whoosh moment.
Yeah,
so well done. So well done, Maeve. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. Okay, how about Rachael? Do you have a moment of the week?
Hello, it's lovely to be here. My moment of the week is fairly simplistic. It's sitting in my garden in the sunshine, watching my 8-year-old twins with 3 of their friends tear into the paddling pool. And It was a moment of sheer bliss.
Was it a damp bliss?
Very.
Right. Okay. Well, that's lovely, because I think one of the things that I mean, I know many people, and I certainly learned over this last year, is the things that we always took for granted now are even more precious. So that is a very lovely moment of the week. So thank you both of you for sharing that. Now, I just need to give a little bit of background to the hour. Some of you who are regular listeners will know about this, but you may or may not know this hour was developed particularly for midwives, for student midwives, for aspiring midwives, for doulas, for mums as well, and for other people who are supporting maternity services. Really at the beginning of the pandemic, when it became, we couldn't have face-to-face activities, we wanted to have something where midwives and practitioners could get information and could kind of connect together, even if it was just every week. And we've carried on and carried on. I don't know how long we'll carry on for, but it's been a very helpful thing for a lot of people. And remember, for those of you who are listening or watching, this is all recorded so that if you miss anything, or if you want to show this to your friends, you can access this through Matflix. And if you want to share it, you just need to go to Matflix. And that's a fantastic resource for you. If you've got any assignments that you need to write, if you're a student, whether you're a postgrad or not a postgrad student, if you're looking at your revalidation, or you just want to update on materials, or you've missed something, Matflix is the place to go. And thank you to Matflix for compiling this and making sure it works well for access to. And just to say, you know, we've still got restrictions in place, and the vaccination rates are still going up, which is great. And there's still people who are experiencing COVID, and some people are still quite poorly with that. So we send love and well wishes to those people, to their friends and family, because it's always difficult and scary when people are experiencing this level of illness. And also we say a big thank you to everyone who's in the hospitals, in the intensive care units, high dependency units, the A&E units who are providing care, and of course obviously to our maternity services who've carried on throughout, because as we always say, you couldn't postpone pregnancy and childbirth. It carries on regardless, and midwives have carried on, and not just carried on, but they've been very flexible, been very innovative, and they've really worked to make sure that women and babies and families get good care and continuity and all the things that are really important. So a big thank you to them, and a quick thank you to, well, no, quite a big thank you to the vaccination centres and all the practitioners and volunteers who are contributing to those, because that's helping us to get to the new normal, if you like, and get our vaccinations and feel more safe with what our life is going on. Just right, I'm going to scamper through the news because I don't want to miss very much of Maeve and Rachael. So just to remind you that new NICE induction guidelines are still out for consultation, which closes on the 6th of July. The Royal College of Midwives presidential election closes on Friday, so don't forget to vote. If you are a member, get voting. Check out the new Global Midwives Hub, which is on the Maternity and Midwifery Forum site. It's a really good resource, something that would be really useful to everyone, I think. I've also included on the resource page, with thanks to Maeve and to Rachael, lots of resources and references from tonight, but also additional things like the new report from the Health and Social Care Committee about workforces burnout. I suspect some people are feeling a bit burned out now anyway, but it's useful to know that the report is out and think about what can be done to support staff. So do check out the resources page. And of course, the Queen's birthday honours came out, and quite a few nurses, and as far as we know, 3 midwives were honoured. So big congratulations to Amanda Mansfield for her MBE, Eileen McHenry and Kelly Pierce Nergard. I hope I pronounced that correctly, Kelly. Congratulations to those people. Always nice to see midwives in the highlight there, so great for that. Now tonight we're going to be looking at traumatic birth, and really with the understanding that in most cases pregnancy and labour and birth and postnatal period are a time of an enriching experience, a good experience. Women can become empowered and fulfilled, and our aim is, as midwives, is to facilitate that process, obviously. But we need to think about, supposing the labour and birth aren't what the woman expected, supposing there are emergencies, what happens? What happens if the birth is traumatic and not what the mum experienced or expected to happen? And how can we as midwives really make sure that women are cared for and looked after if the birth is difficult or traumatic? It's a very complex issue, and we know this is just an hour, but we thought it was really important to visit this whole issue. And I'm really delighted that we're joined by Rachael McGrath, who is there she is, and she's had many years spent working in the media, and then she had a traumatic birth of her 8-year-old twins, I think the ones in the paddling pool.
That's the one.
Yes. And that left her unable to return to her original role. But I should think she's pretty busy at what she's doing now, because she volunteers for the Birth Trauma Association and tries to raise awareness and support people who've gone through birth trauma. And she's with us this evening to share her own experience and a bit about the association. So welcome, Rachael, and the screen is now yours.
Thanks for watching this video from the Maternity and Midwifery Forum. For more expert opinion and analysis, hit the button below to subscribe.